So let's go. Exact same first bans as last game, and I believe they opened with Tusk last time too as well, right? Because Alliance had had first pick Radiant. Or no, they had Gyro. Is that right? They had Gyrocopter. It was Dire first pick, and they took Gyrocopter, right? And then they led him with the Darkseer into the Jakiro. Either way, the bans are exactly the same. Alliance banning out the Shadow Fiend, the Queen of Pain. Team Empire banning out the Doom. No, they must have had first pick because they would have, because they banned Doom last game, and they wouldn't have banned Doom if they had first pick. So it was first pick Radiant for Alliance last game, because yeah. So the bans were the same, and the picks the same so far. So then they might answer back with a what? Where are these snacks? I had my own snack. Who promised snacks? That's the real question. That was not me. Thank you for adding the alright beer. Nice one. Alright, so rather than the Gyrocopter this time, they're actually going to offer the Dazzle. So I'm going to take off my sweater because... Alright, that's probably a bad sign to turn off my sweater. Should probably turn off the space heater then, eh? Alright, and so that means Alliance will snag up the Gyrocopter for themselves. Let me give that to Loda. That's another great hero with the Tusk as well. You know, get him trapped in the Ice Shards. Makes the escape ever so difficult. From the call down. And now going into the next phase of ban. So you're looking for those wombo combos. I would ban out the Earthshaker, honestly, for Aloha Dance. He played that really well last game.
Reserve time.
Took another bite of my sandwich. Other heroes to ban out for Alliance. I mean, the Jakiro, was it good? I don't know. Just because, like, obviously you know that they'll pick it with the Darkseer, but are you afraid of it? Yeah, see, I like that better. I'm more afraid of, you know, anyone really running, like, an Aloha Dance, Spirit Breaker, or something like that. And maybe you want to ban out some of those silent heroes. Obviously, you've already taken his Gyrocopter, but if he wants to be running any sort of a hard carry, or possibly the Yoku... I mean, they did go for the Wind Ranger last game. It didn't work out. But his Shackles, though, they were on point. I think that would be a pretty good ban here. The Broodmother will be banned out again for Team Empire. Not wanting to mess with any of those. Now, last game we wound up with the, of course, last pick Lone Druid, showing the flexibility of the Alliance draft. This time it's a little more straightforward. One would suspect that this is going to be a support Tusk. It's usually Nuts who plays it, and they did it again the game before.
5 seconds remaining.
Like, as a last resort, Alliance can throw it over to Bulldog, but they leave their pool open during the drafting phase. And there's also some S4 heroes that you might want to be considering. We saw them ban the Magnus last time in this slot, after we were talking about possibility of a Magnus Jug. But with a Loda hero picked up, it's unlikely that they're going to go Magnus. I mean, it's still good with the Gyrocopter, but I don't think it's as likely because you don't get the big bonus on like a melee carry from the Cleave, from the Empower. Like, it's still good, boosts the damage of a Gyrocopter, it's still nice, but I don't think it's as likely. So I don't think they'll ban that. I would ban something else, like maybe even... Who has first pick? Empire has pick, so they might ban one mid and take the other. Probably a big AoE controlling mid. The Bat Rider? Probably a Bat Rider ban. S4 just playing it so well lately. And it also means that you can't take something like the TA mid. Even the Wind Ranger, I think, would have a time. Yeah, they're going to ban the Bat Rider. That makes a lot of sense.
Empire's turn to pick.
Heading over to Team Empire here. A good pick for them. One thing I would like to kind of see, I don't know, like, what if you go like Lich Invoker? Is that too crazy? Have like an Invoker safe lane, maybe run like a TA or a Razor in the mid lane. That way you'd have the Tornado to help de-initiate from things like the Ice Shards and the Call Down. Something a little different. I mean, you've just lost a best of 3 to Alliance. You just lost the first game of your new best of 3. You got stomped, you got made fun of over, like, on the subreddits, on the online communities. So, oh yeah, the first, I agree, the Ember, yeah, fuck you, Nox. Oh, come on, don't be like that. And now the IHL Ember Spirit is something we've seen quite a bit. Usually when you go Ember, you'll have like a follow-up stun to go with the Searing Chains. They don't really have that, like they don't have anyone to take advantage of that. There is still the Undying as well. We haven't talked about him.
Reserve time.
Still a pretty strong hero, and the Alchemist is still available if they want to try that. Yeah, I think the Batman was pretty self-said. I saw S4 playing Puck this morning on Bulldog stream, guys. I turned it on for like 2 seconds and there was a Puck, and I was like, maybe, right? Maybe Alliance is like, you know, we've won all these games so handily. Can I just play Puck now? They'll go for the counter, the Witcher Wyvern.
Team Empire's turn to pick.
A little surprised Team Empire didn't go for that, considering they had the Darkseer. Bulldog Timber, yeah, can you imagine? And they could look towards something like the Sven. They've got the Darkseer. I think the Ember's better, especially because you have the Tusk. Hopefully they don't go for something like the PL. I think that hero's so bad, but I see teams pick it up against the Tusk a lot.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. Do you think they run Alchemist with this lineup? I don't think they do.
5 seconds remaining.
It doesn't really seem to fit their style. I'd be more inclined to see the Wind Ranger again. I think it's a good hero. I think Yoku plays it well. His shackles were completely on point. I think you pick the mid hero for Yoku. I think you pick... Okay, or you just go for the Silent Luna. He just loves those heroes, man. He loves his Gyrocopter. He loves his Luna. Okay. Alright, that's a little interesting. And what does this change for Alliance? It means there is a greater potential for early push. They already have some decent wave clear with the Flat Cannon and the Ice Shards, but they might look for something for Bulldog that... I don't know, Lone Druid's okay against Luna? If they wanted to leave that open for a potential last pick again. He did a ton of work last game. He'll be up against that Darkseer, which was a little bit of a hard matchup, but they made it work out.
5 seconds remaining.
What kind of a combo with the Winter Wyvern? They already have the Tusk Gyro Winter Wyvern. That's a lot of wombo combo right there. There's not much catch besides Snowball. Do you think they go for a Bulldog Clockwork right here? Help isolate the Luna, but get the Battery Assault on top. Now, the downside of that is that you have a Darkseer, so you can vacuum the rest of Alliance into the cogs. But they'll pick up the Lone Druid right now for Alliance, not wanting it to get banned out. And it is good up against Luna. The Bear's nice and tanky, can absorb a lot of the hits from the Eclipse. As well, there's not really that many spells for Rubik to seal when you pick Lone Druid, as opposed to like a Clockwork or some of those other offlaners.
10 seconds
Like the Bat Rider or the Doom, obviously, both banned out. But now moving into those last bans here. Team Empire. Probably I would be banning out an S4 hero, obviously. It's going to be a support task. And they'll ban out that Leshrac that they played really well. Has some good wave clear to help against any sort of a push strat that Team Empire want to run. Like they last pick some other big pusher maybe for their mid lane. Like a Pugna or Darkseer or some crazy, or rather Death Prophet or something crazy. And Alliance, what do you ban out here?
10 seconds remaining.
They'll ban out the Yoku Wind Ranger, so that's why I was kind of thinking that Team Empire should take it in the last phase, because there's no way they ban Luna. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like Team Empire needs like a goal. Like drafting these days, you can't just draft a team that's all nice and happy-go-lucky together. Like that's what they did last game, but they didn't have like a plan. Alliance had a plan. They were like, we're gonna win, you know, by going these items at these timings and yada yada yada. Whereas it's like Team Empire had to be so reactionary, so like they played well, but I don't know. Can you just draft something that can take a tower in the mid lane and then like pick a Dragonite or something and just run at them?
5 seconds.
Is that the play? You'll get rooted up pretty hard. You get called down pretty hard. They'll go with the Razor. Oh, we actually talked about that earlier.
Alliance's turn to pick.
So they'll run that in the mid lane. Decent up against the towers. Good up against the Bear. Alliance. There's no Bat Rider here for them to take. It's not very good against Razor anyway. There is the Magnus. You can put it on the Bear. Or can you? It's a hero unit. Can you? Yeah, you can, right? Anyway.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm okay with the Mag. Especially...
5
And he needs an early enough blink. What kind of rotations are coming in? A Dazzle and a Rubik. It's a little risky against the Rubik. Good steals, both Shockwave and even Skewer's pretty good.
10 seconds remaining.
But if he can get an early enough blink, it does make pushing pretty hard. And it's also nice because his spells don't proc the Razor, but they'll go with the S4 Lena. I like that as well. So they'll be able to... That's pretty nice. He's going to have to rely on the Root or the Snowball, but we've seen Snowball Lena work very well. Now, how will this work out? So you'll be in the mid lane. You're going to have Ake to help out at the start. He can come mid, harass down the Razor. The spells from Lena won't proc the Razor abilities, so that's good. It's a pretty good matchup, actually.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
It's eating again. Just been on the cast in the Dota all day. What is this? 12. Couldn't read what that said at the end. And we're still just paused up. Alright, yeah, we are underway here, and immediately Ake does the same thing. TP's to the mid lane, a little bit different there. And what is he doing? He's sitting in a rather risky position. So they're going to try and make something happen. I thought maybe the rest of them were going to be smoked up or something. So this is the Radiant Vision right now. So they're going to walk up. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. What? They asked to get the slow outside. He had no idea that Ake was sitting there. Now with the snowball inside, they can't get off the rocket barrage in time. A nice lift there from Aloha Dance. There is not going to be another snowball, and Silent will survive. I don't think they can get anything off the back of this, though. Alliance will just make it out, and they scare themselves the bottom rune. They could probably rotate a couple of heroes top as well. Knowing that the bottom laners are weak, they could possibly get both here. I like this decision from Empire to go back towards the bottom rune. The bear will scout it out. We'll see if they think it's too risky to go for. It looks like they'll still get it. There's enough time remaining that there wasn't really an opportunity for Alliance to secure both runes here.
The battle begins.
Gold is a great conductor.
And so the mids, they'll get their runes, as is the custom these days. It's going to be Razor versus Lena, and just suspect of the sports, they do their little block, and then they come in and cast a couple spells, and then they go about their way, or maybe they'll hang around for a bit, depending on the matchup. Ake's not even going to bother. He's like, yeah, you're fine, S4. He gets the immediate drain there. No Fear's here, ready to throw some harassment. It's only going to be the Shadow Waves to keep him up and running. There'll be a salvo from S4, so a little wary of this lane. In the top lane, they do use the Snowball Rocket Barrage to bring down quite a bit of the health on Resolution, but there's no real opportunity for a kill quite yet. But he is squishy enough that over time he can do quite a bit of damage. He's got a salve and 3 tangos, so he'll tango up enough that he can survive one more round of that, then he'll have another salve, and then he's going to play a little bit more careful, but by then hopefully he'll be level 3 so you can have the second point in the Iron Shell, and it makes your laning stage quite a bit easier. Play around the creeps to get some extra harass, but with 3 heroes, even that Darkseer has a hard time. As you can see, the casters are drawing. I'm not sure how I can see caster draws, but it's just the classic Admiral Bulldog, the bear pull. So he's bringing the wave all the way around. Trying not to lose too many of them. Get himself some experience. Darkseer has just left top. Seeing that there's 3 heroes, it's just too risky, so he'll head into the jungle. Probably look to stack up by the time it's the 2-minute mark. Hopefully he'll be there in time. A nice lift there from Aloha Dance. Unfortunately, it's not enough to stop any sort of a pull or to de-aggro the creeps. Cute, though. If only he cliffed it. I don't think you could cliff it and keep up the damage, though, because he'd just be able to, before you even get the first break click, he'd be able to call the bear. It would be pretty cheeky, though. So we're still waiting on first blood. You can see. No fear. He is holding onto that skill point, hoping that maybe a slow will be able to secure a kill on S4. But he may also be in need of the grave, depending on who rotates to the mid. So the bear, it's on the secret mission again after the creeps. Bulldog, knowing his timings, of course, he'll come out, grab it, and see which way he wants to go. It's a little harder when you lose the vision here. And he'll go back for it. And now Aloha Dance. He's going to try and tag up this bear as much as possible. Was this a resummon, or was this just... Yeah, it was a resummon, so... They need to tag up as much damage as they can. They'll even bring over... I'm surprised they didn't even use the Lucid Beam. And Bulldog, get himself another wave. He's actually... getting boots, too. It's just like worth. He's already used the lift as well to stack some more harass on top. If he gets it caught up inside another wave, he'll do that again. Try and stack as much creep damage on top of the bear as possible, knowing that it's a really long cooldown. It was reduced this patch to... It used to be like almost 3 minutes at level 1, I believe. And now it's just 90 seconds all the time. And Resolution, he's doing alright here. He's actually top of the board in terms of CS, and not too bad in terms of net worth. Same as his carry. Darkseer, of course, you can use some different tactics here, depending on how you want to do it. So you can stack the Ion Shell and the little creep first, so that they're burning both. You can do the big stack. You just slap it on one creep and run away and just kite the stack because you get the experience and the gold. There are quite a few ways. You can also, last time I checked, you could still do the vacuum thing. I know it was patched in Source 1, but in Source 2 you could do it. Maybe they patched it. But anyway, in the mid lane, see him set off with the Dragon Slave, but this is why Tusk is just damn fine as a support. Level 3. Plays you can make with Snowball Ice Shards are basically as good as most heroes at level 6, like a Clockwork, so they're going to lose their mid laner. And Yoku in a bit of trouble. 0-1, down to 1600. He's now 700 behind Lina. In terms of last hits, he's only 2 behind, but those kills, they add up. Especially when it's first blood. So Resolution returns to the top lane, being level 5 now. With a more powerful Ion Shell, he's able to do some better control on the waves, and he even chucks it onto the jungle and neutrals, so might be able to pick up this whole stack when this one goes back in. We'll see how much of it he can get. S4 comes up top, though. He will get the LSA off and the Laguna Blade, but not enough mana quite yet. He needs to bottle up. Oh, no, won't even need it. Splinter Blast comes in and allows the last right click there. S4 to finish him off. And Bulldog's still having a pretty dandy time down here. Yeah, keeping the wave nice and close to his tower. Doesn't even need to block out the pull or anything like that. Using those sneaky bear tactics that he's so renowned for. We'll see if he opts for the Maelstrom again, or possibly directly into the Radiance. It looks like a very similar lineup in terms of HP and squishiness and whatnot, so I think just the Maelstrom was a fairly good item. It helps with the attack speed to help get more roots for your initiations. And it looks like Nuts will be providing the urn for a little bit of sustain here. Again, not drafting or prioritizing a mech hero. Unlike most teams currently in 6.85, it's not something the Alliance are really that concerned about. They just go for something like the urn. Okay, that shouldn't happen. I mean, he's level 5, so he got the root, but... My bad. They lose Aloha Dance. I'll tell you a secret as to what happened. The bear clicked him and rooted him, and then he died. Oh, nice callback by Bulldog. This guy, man, honestly. Oh, meanwhile, I'm almost missing another one here. Oh, nice Ice Shards, though. It's going to block Mob Resolution. He does find the way through the trees, though, and then Yoku will come in and clean up the kill, so he'll be very... Oh, actually, the last tick of the Ion Shell got that. I thought the right click did. The animation went, but it looks like it was the Ion Shell that finished him off. And we'll have to be careful. We're getting close to missing the kills. I'm going to say we saw Aloha Dance's dead body, so it counted. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. It's a pretty nice Rubik game for him as well. Having that last pick on the lean end. Speaking of which, S4 is making his way down here. Oh, they see. They see what he's up to. S4, he's going to be a little bit off, though. Having no vision, it was just kind of all fluke. There were pings from the Dazzle like, get the hell back! So, yeah, he will do that. A little bit too scary without the grave too nearby. Oh no! No fear, he's healing himself up, he knows I'm in trouble. They don't have a sentry. I don't think they spotted out this illusion, or these invis runes, so they don't know S4's here. It's only half duration so far. Oh, is this a smoke? Looks like they're just doing the camp there with the Razor, but now Yoku, he will get LSA'd up, and Resolution's coming over to help. He'll just run away. So, I think Vizrune traded for a Dazzle, as well as a couple of rotations, though. Basically, 4 heroes sitting in their jungle. Resolution will clean up the rest of the stack, and Silence just kind of calmly farming his way over here. Oh, they're gonna get the Ice Shards. Can they commit this to a kill? They have the LSA. Oh, they're gonna miss it. Well played by Yoku, using that faster movement speed of the Razor to survive there. Oh, the LSA though! Or rather, the Dragon Slave. Fuck. I didn't think that was gonna kill him. He was bottling up. Also, not opting for the ultimate at level 6. Something we have seen a couple of Razors do simply for farming. It helps you take stacks pretty fast. The cooldown's low enough that it's worth it. So it's only 300 damage for the Plasma Field early on. The Fire Lady. She's something else. So what can this Luna contribute this game? Her farm's pretty abysmal, honestly. How is Bulldog so good at this hero? Like, his farm is... He's essentially tied with the Luna, and he's the offlane, solo. Now, they only have 2 heroes down here, but... I don't know, he just makes this hero look so good, and yet no one else is playing it. It's like Matumba Man played it a couple times that I saw, and it seemed okay, but they ran it safe lane. They just throw Bulldog to the wolves, and he pulls this stuff out somehow. Maybe he's just good at managing his bear summons, I'm not even sure. Again, it'll make it away, so he can send that on home. Oh, he actually goes for the resummon anyway. Just making sure they won't get the bounty. Wants to keep pressure up on the lane and continue to farm some gold here. And look, Silent just has to leave. They can't kill this bear, they just don't have enough damage. And there's now all heroes for the Radiant side are down bottom. On the Dire side, they're just getting these stacks going. S4 and Ake doing it together. They can help get some experience up on top of Ake, get him to level 6, have the Winner's Curse. They'll be ready for any sort of a push there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's true, they do play extremely well around the Lone Druid. They give him all the space that he could ever want. And they also, like, they know how to push with the bear. They sit back, they allow the bear to tank stuff, they know how to protect the bear's life when they have to. And what do you go for here if you're Silent? Oh, it looks like they're getting ready for a kill up top. Resolution. Oh wow, S4 went for the blink. Really feeling the nerf to the Yules, so opt for that first. I wouldn't be surprised if he went blink Yules though. The nerf, like in terms of the range of the Yules, of course, is now drastically low, but the setup it gives is still like unrivaled in terms of what an item can provide you. So I think you just go blink Yules instead. The Aghanim Scepter, it's good. If the Luna was doing better, I would be expecting that, but considering Silent is just so far behind that, like, what is he even? Does he have something coming to him? He has nothing. Nothing at all. And wow, just Loda's just running home, really? I guess he's level 6, well, level 8, so he just wants to make something happen with his call down. Heal up the fountain and smoke, but now, S4, he's got this Invis rune. Oh, they have no detection. He's found them out. This is a big kill. They do not have the Winner's Curse. They didn't take those stacks with them, so they'll get the LSA, Dragon Slave, even use Laguna. Probably unnecessarily, but just secure the kill from the room, make sure it doesn't do anything good. Oh, okay, S4 actually went in further. What just happened? I thought he was just going to back, but now with Nuts here, I think Silent's just dead. The range of the Ice Stars is massive. He can block him off. And he will. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. He breaks the trees on his way in. There might be potential for Silent to do something here. And he will escape the rest of the team coming from behind. There was a Shallow Grave ready as well. And now the call down used just to stop any sort of a reinitiation upon Alliance. What a perfect Ice Shards. It'll just be the Bassi up. So the Rainbow Quill will be finished for Silent. 11 minutes in, he just doesn't have the farm that you need on a Luna.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And meanwhile, they rotate their team to push mid, but Bulldog's down bottom. He even grabs the wave. It's not just for laning shenanigans, it works for the tower push as well. They will connect the Dragon Slave on top of Silent. He's weak, he's got to be careful here. Okay. Uses the Cold Embrace, stop any more of those right clicks. Yoku really wants it though. There won't be enough damage though with the healing that did come out. And now Silent dropping low. I'm surprised there wasn't a snowball from the high ground on top of that. Oh, again! LSA into the Laguna. Poor Aloha Dance. I'd be tilting if I was that guy. And all the meanwhile, Loda's up top, he grabs himself a free tower. Bulldog's doing his shenanigans again. He does miss the wave this time, noticing on the timers, so he'll just bring the bear back. And S4, Blink, 1300 gold. He's probably deciding between the point booster or some parts of the Yules right now. Loda comes bottom. Looks like there's going to be another smoke play here. They've got one there on the Tusk. So they will pop it, and they'll make their way into the jungle. No Fear will be here with the Shallow Grave. And where will Yoku be is the question. Is there a stack that he'll be taking? There is not. He may be over here in time to fight this. Oh, it doesn't look like it. It is Resolution, one of the harder heroes to kill. They'll get the snowball on top. They'll use the wall punch immediately, and then the ice shards for the damage and the lockdown. Of course, there's probably less chance he was going to run over the cliff. It's alright, though. He's down, and assuming they don't want to go for any sort of a buyback, I believe this will be a free tower. No vacuum wall. The Eclipse will be close. 10 seconds away. With the Bracer now, I like that. Going for a drum, something where you can possibly combat side of Alliance. But they don't even have the glyph, so they'll lose their tier 1 on the bottom lane. And Loda's going for some earlier items of his own. He got the bracers, but it looks like it'll just be casual. He'll move into that SNY again. So same thing that we saw Silent do last game. Or rather, was that... No, Silent went for the Helm, and then BKB, correct? We're thinking about these Stark games earlier. They went for the SNY there. Didn't quite work out for Boogie those times, though. So his Ice Shards on Silent. Just messing with him. Luna, she basically is a poor man's Gyro. I would say she's better at sieging, simply because of the way glaives work. She's better with lockdown heroes, because Flat Cannon's awesome, but it only lasts, like, the cooldown's pretty huge, actually. Whereas Silent, for the entire duration that someone is locked down, you're cleaving. So if you have a big Winter's Curse or a big Cogs where everyone's stuck inside, it's just going to be bouncing like crazy. It's like when they're stuck inside a kinetic field or something, you have a Disruptor. It's so disgusting. So it's 8-1. It's looking bad again for the side of Empire. Alliance just have their number these past few days. And even moving into the later stage of the game, it doesn't look like it's going to be that much better for the side of Empire. They'll have to get some significant advances in terms of their farm if they want to get this Razor and their Luna to catch up. They always have the Darkseer, and there's not much AoE to pair it with, though. They really need some big steals from the side of Aloha Dance. Like, he needs Dragon Slaves and LSAs to throw down on top of the Vacuum, because other than that, they just don't have the major AoE damage besides the Plasma Field. Bulldog's just farm up. I wonder if he's going straight Radiance this game because of how ahead they are. I can't click his bear. Oh, he went Midas. That's a little interesting. So they are opting for a later stage. And it will be the Yules. Yep, he purchases up right now. So that's pretty expected. I don't think the Laguna upgrade is really needed yet.
Middle tower is under attack.
And what items do they have on Loda? That's a little interesting that he went S and Y. And Bulldog went for the Midas. I guess the attack speed is pretty good, right? It's kind of like a Maelstrom, right? Like, it gives you that bonus attack speed. It doesn't give you the damage, but it gives you the money towards the Radiance. So, I'm kind of okay with that over Maelstrom. I mean, if anyone would know, it would be Bulldog. He's played a few games on this hero, I've heard. Oh, here comes the Blink. There's that Yules. It will slow down the S4, and he might miss the timing because of it. No, he won't. And the Laguna not going to throw it out. 477. 650. Oh, it would have been close. He might have lost... No, he didn't lose vision. What would it be? 650, 75%. So it would have been like 4... Wasn't it 477? Yeah, he would have... Oh, no, he wouldn't have died. It would have been like 4 to 14 or something.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Or would it be 460? Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. You see Low High Dance just chilling his way down here. Sitting on the side in case they do want to make some sort of attack. Is this another smoke play or are they just running in? They're just running in. They've got the blink Yules again, so any sort of vision, they're going to find Silent. Now the Grave's on the side. They have the Weave. Oh, they don't have the Weave. He's not even level 6 yet. That's a disaster. There comes the Eclipse. Now the call down. They might be able to steal it, though. Oh, he's not level 6. Oh my god, these supports. Honestly. It's 16 minutes in. Ah, that's disaster. Hey, you're not going to win a fight that way. Low High Dance is just dead. No Fear is just dead. Why are they even there? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I don't have a... It probably is 487.5, so he would have killed him. They might have thought that the mech was nearby from the Darkseer. Like, there actually was the potential to possibly do something there if the supports were level 6. I just naturally assumed 17 minutes in that I wouldn't have to look over at that. I don't know, that just seems... like that shouldn't happen. Obviously, Low High Dance has been heavily gimped. He keeps getting Lagoona'd, so it's understandable. Oh, they actually are going to Arctic Burn right over top of the cliff. Use the Winter's Curse, and that's going to set up for the LSA. Yoku comes in. Oh, he might actually be able to hit him too. It was close. He'll use the Laguna Blade to finish him off. Snowball goes nowhere because of it. Now the Walrus punch on top of Yoku. He'll be slowed up on nuts, and he's coming back in. Throws up the Sigil, trying to slow him down. That physical damage from Yoku won't help. He does have Plasma Field. He's trying to get this perfectly, so he will be able to get Ake when it happens. At the same time, it looks like they're losing heroes on the bottom lane. And it's Admiral Bulldog taking down the Dazzle as they take the mid tower. And S4, he's blinking here. He finds a regen rune. He's ready to fight again. The bear. Oh, he's gonna get him. Give him the root, Bulldog. Oh, he goes in the trees. Bulldog gets juked. Now S4 comes in though. Oh, poor Aloha Dance. Just dead again. And Silent just farms away. Oh, wow! Actually opts for the Basher. It's pretty good against the Razor. He likes to run around the team fight, doesn't want to be impeded.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, there we go. Alright. So now what? Oh, that feels weird. Sorry, I had my hat on underneath my headphones for a while there, but then I moved my headphones and now it's all funky. So Alliance are pretty much ready here. They can head towards the Roshan. And they have the Sigil. It's one of the best tools in terms of both taking Roshan and also defending against it, because if you get engaged upon it, it's pretty handy. Oh, they did just use the LSA. That could be pretty huge if they do come inside the perfect timing. They'll find S4. He blinks out right into the middle of Yoku. He does have the ultimate. It's going now. There goes the Eclipse as well. They're starting to get some good damage. The LSA comes down on top with the Winter's Curse being used, though. Now Silent. He's stuck in the middle of 3 heroes and a bear. And Ake will just cold embrace himself up. And it looks like Yoku's being forced back. He's after Loda. Can he get the kill? He cannot. So then they'll pick up the one on top of Silent. Now it's No Fear in the bear zone. Gets rooted up. And there's a snowball past the ice shards on top of Resolution. He will probably go down here. You got the urn. It's probably going to be enough to tick him down, but maybe not with the mech regen. But with the ice shards, they'll simply finish him off. They lose S4 due to the fact that he blinked into the face of Yoku, but everyone else goes down. And again, it looks rather grim. Even the troll trap is here. Ready and available. So they can throw this probably on top of Loda, I would imagine. Yeah, and he'll grab that. And you gotta be feeling pretty bad if you're an Empire fan right now. A team that many had coming into TI as one of the, direct invite. One of the maybe not a favorite to win it, but a favorite to finish high, and these past couple of months have been pretty rough for the team. It's actually directly possible we may have another 3-2-2 today. BKB almost in for Yoku. It'll be his first major item, having this kind of the drums as a stay away. And now Silent. He's trying to TP out in time. The snowball coming. And he will make it home.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So he'll also offer the BKB. And obviously that's going to help shut down S4. You know, not quite having that Aghanims because he went for the Blink Yules, but in terms of the rest of the team, there's still quite a bit of physical damage coming out from your Tusk, from your Gyrocopter, and of course from the Bear. Like, zero fucks whatsoever for your you know, your nice little BKB. Just doesn't do anything against the bull. The dog. So they're going to surge in a low dance. Maybe they'll get some spells here, and they will get the Splinter Blast. Might help in terms of a team fight coming up here. Snowball coming inside. Right on top of Silent. There is a Grave on top of low dance. He will live a little bit longer, stuck in the middle. The second hit, not quite there in time to clean up. They do get okay, but that Splinter Blast coming through and doing quite a bit of damage. And they'll also finish him off. And it's 22. Oh, Dazzle had to die. 4-2-2. Jesus. Just run over. Just dominated. Honestly. It's a 2-0 for Alliance. I just don't even know, man. What's wrong? Or what's right? Maybe, you know what? Maybe we're just flaming Empire too much and Alliance is just playing really damn well. They are. I don't know. It just doesn't look like Dota, you know? Something's up watching these games. Alliance take an easy series.